Hello and welcome to the Body and Soul Cafe. I'm your host Smiley, a somatic therapist, nervous system nerd, and a wellness workshop facilitator. For the sake of today's episode, I'd like to also add that I'm an Indian woman. So yes, today we're going to talk about what it means to be an Indian woman in the body. This topic is very close to home and close to my heart. As an Indian woman, I've adapted, I've learned, I've unlearned, and I'm still gently unlearning every day. And this episode is not just about the culture, it's about what culture does to us over time. Not necessarily loudly, not obviously, but slowly, subtly, repeatedly. In the way we are spoken to, in the way we are corrected, in the way we are praised or not praised. It lives in sentences like, what will people think? Adjust a little. Don't talk back. Be the bigger person. And the thing is, no one actually sits us down and says, here is how you disconnect from yourself. But over time, through thousands of small moments, we learn it anyway. A lot of us have learned so efficiently to disconnect from who we are, from our bodies. And many of us have been raised to be the good girl. And in an Indian context, good girl often means to anticipate others' needs before they're actually spoken, to create comfort, or rather, don't create discomfort for anyone around you, maintain harmony at all costs, and represent the family well. So you're not just you're someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's future wife. And your behavior reflects not just on you, I'm doing air quotes, but on everyone around you. So slowly, your nervous system learns something very specific. It's not safe to just be myself. It's safer to be appropriate. And the magic word, adjust, becomes like one full-time job for most of us. Honestly, I think we should be getting paid for the emotional labor at this point, the emotional labor that takes to adjust. I want to talk a little bit more about the body, because all of this doesn't just stay as an idea in our head. It becomes a posture, it becomes a breath pattern, a way of moving through this world, a way of seeing and experiencing life. You might notice, how your voice softens in certain places. Your body becomes smaller around authority. I think this is something I experienced for the longest time. If there is an authority figure, automatically my body just like shrinks and my voice my throat gets choked. And also sometimes we notice how, the throat choking is something that comes up, the breath becoming shallow when we're trying to express ourselves. There are also a lot of ways, we shapeshift, for lack of a better word, like speaking differently in front of elders, sometimes rehearsing what to say, always checking our tone, checking our posture. And over time, your body starts associating expression equals risk, silence equals safety. So you don't just choose to stay quiet, your body chooses it for you. Now we grow up in this pattern, and it doesn't just get left behind. We carry it into our present day relationships. Because the first place we learned love, we also learned that, you know, there is a way to keep it, there's a way not to lose it, and that is to, make ourselves small, make ourselves quiet, make ourselves a good girl. And in many Indian homes, I must emphasize love is present, very deeply present. But it's not always expressed though. There's no emotional validation, there's no open communication, there's no safe conflict. It's often expressed through sacrifice, doing things for you. Like there's a conflict, and instead of an apology, there's a, "Are you hungry? Here, eat." And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. And so we learn that love is there, but I have to maintain it carefully. We become people pleasers, right? We become deeply attuned to people's emotional states, to micro shifts. You begin to notice when someone is slightly off, when the mood in the house changes, when something doesn't feel okay. And honestly, growing up, this awareness helped you stay safe. It's like we become an emotional weather reporters of sort. Like, oh, there's a slight tension. Oh, there's a chance of conflict. Let's better adjust accordingly. There's also fear of disappointing people. Because anything we do, there is a sense of guilt, responsibility, sometimes even shame. Especially when we've been told we've done so much for you. Think about the family. So your nervous system learns my choices doesn't just affect me, they affect everyone, which in some ways translate to my choices affect how I belong, how I hold a connection, how I'm loved. So sometimes even choosing yourself feels like you're doing something wrong. And some other pattern I see very prominent is the difficulty receiving. There's a lot of Indian women, giving feels so easy. We give, we show up, we care. Because we've seen love expressed through giving, but receiving feels like an unfamiliar territory. Receiving requires us to stay open. It requires us to not overfunction. And we don't need to earn it. And that can feel uncomfortable for a lot of us. It's like someone offering us a chair, and the first instinct to say, like, no, no, it's okay, I'll stand. Are you comfortable? Do you need anything? I remember back in college, I was seated, and there was a student who arrived late. And as soon as the person arrived, he didn't even have to ask for a chair. And I immediately got up and offered and said, here, here, sit, sit. And this is psychology teacher, this particular teacher, he pulled me out and said, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, but he'll need a chair. He was like, I didn't even give space for the person to ask, to become accountable for what they need. it felt so natural, and I still remember how quickly that instinct happened. It was not thought through. It's like almost automatic, and I've seen this pattern with a lot of other people as well. The quick giving, even when not asked. So here's the thing. All of this always doesn't look dramatic. Like, these are small moments, right? It's not big breakdowns that happen, because we've all learned to manage these qualities of being a good girl in our body over years and years. And sometimes it just looks like living with slight disconnection from ourselves. Saying yes too quickly, overthinking conversation, feeling tired without knowing why. Because our system is working constantly to balance you, everyone else, to stay vigilant. It's like one over-processing system. And at some point, I think the question that emerges is, if I'm fully myself, will I still be accepted? Because belonging is not individual, it's collective. So this isn't a small question. I think it's a deep existential question. It's like holding truths. I want to be myself, and I don't want to lose where I come from. I want to be myself, and I want to belong. And as I say that, maybe sense that in your body. How does that feel? Being yourself and belonging. Can they coexist? I mean, we belong for just existing here. What does healing look like in this case? I'm not talking about rebellion, I'm not talking about rejection, but I'm talking about reconnection to your body, to your voice, to your truth. And how you can deepen into this is first becoming attuned to what's happening in your body, in your nervous system. When is your body tightening? When are you overriding yourself? When do you disappear a little? And we're not trying to fix it right away. We want to see it first. Because for many of us, no one has helped us notice this. And once we begin to notice this, then we begin to give ourselves small permissions. Like pausing before responding, saying, let me think about it, buying some time. And testing what it is like to express one honest feeling at some point. I always say, don't do everything at once. It's humanly impossible to go from, say, 5 to 100 in one moment. And I feel like that overwhelms the system. It's about how 1% change can happen. How one moment we can change at a time. And I think the deeper work here is to build and learn that safety can exist within us, not just in the approval we get, not only by being liked, but safety can just exist when we connect to our body, when we allow little moments of safety where possible, when we allow ourselves to receive just a teeny bit, not just physically, but sometimes even emotionally, allowing ourselves to be supported, being cared for, not always holding everything together. And remembering that you don't always have to be the strong one, the understanding one, the one who adjusts, the good girl. And to all the beautiful women that are listening right now, I think being an Indian woman comes with so much beauty. Being a woman comes with so much beauty. You come with so much beauty. You come with depth, care, resilience, connection, and also patterns that we're now beginning to see. And I want you to remember that you don't have to choose between yourself and your roots. You deserve to have both. And maybe this work is about creating space within yourself where both can belong, where you don't have to shrink to stay connected, where you don't have to adjust to feel safe, where you can sit fully as you are, in your body, in your presence, in your truth. You don't have to earn your place here. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, this is Smiley and I'm sending you so much love. Take care.